Winning is always important. How important is the way you guys were able to win today after a heartbreaker yesterday and then after the results on Friday?
Oh, just tremendous. I mean, these guys have been pushing so hard. They've been working so hard and competing and fighting. I mean, if there's anyone that watches our games, I mean, I don't think there's anyone to say that we don't fight and compete. So we've had a lot of moral victories. We've had a lot of victories inside the game. Not a lot of victories on the results side. And today was so huge for our momentum for our guys that it takes a village and it takes everyone to win a game, right? We had so many guys come out of the pen today. It was just outstanding performances. From Hayden Cody to Porter Rovin to A.J. Frosto, Jamie Robertson, and then Dallin Harrison to close it out there at the end. Just heroic moments all the way through, and then just a total team fight, which I can't say enough about.
Your guys' offense in previous years has found different ways to score runs. This weekend, a lot of long balls, which is not very typical for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that those long balls come when they're not trying to hit them, and I think that offense has been coming the last couple of weeks. And all the way 1 through 9. It's not just one guy, kind of that pass the torch mentality. And it's been nice to see our veteran come through today, kind of put it on his shoulders and take us there with those 2 home runs with Austin Smith. So that was awesome.
Take us through the UCLA, bases loaded, no outs. We bring Austin in to go 5-man infield. What was the strategy there? Obviously, it worked out. You're taking kind of a little bit of a gamble, but kind of take us through that process. And then
Coach Holland, that's that process right there. I mean, he was all about it. He was aggressive with it. Hey, let's do it. Let's put Ozzie at third for the offside of the left-handed hitter, and then put the 2 outfielders in left center and right center. And the guy ended up hitting it right to Rex, and Rex made an unbelievable throw, best throw of the year. Then Lobby with that great tag there. So it happened the ball to bounce our way, which is outstanding for our guys to see that, hey, there's never quit, there's never give up. You never know what's going to happen, especially bases loaded, nobody out. It happened to us on the offensive end. Our guys didn't quit, they didn't hang their head, come back, and then we get that big shutdown there on the defensive side to preserve the game and give us a chance to win. That was awesome.
Momentum's obviously big, very important in extra innings. You mentioned, offensively, bases loaded, no outs. Seemed like they got the momentum. What was the message before you guys went out defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like there's no clock, and just keep competing, and just, it can be a huge letdown. And we've had a lot of letdowns this season that have happened because it's baseball. And I think, after you think you've seen it all, you've never seen it all with this game. This game keeps us coming back for more. And I think the one thing that our guys are learning is like, okay, well, here we go. Freaking pull our bootstraps up and go out and get after it and compete. And knowing that there's no clock and we got to play the game of baseball. So I think our guys have learned that through adversity and through failure, and that was awesome to see today.
Your bullpen gave up 3 hits total to a 14th ranked team in the country today. And of those bullpen guys, 4 of them are still really cutting their teeth at the D1 level. I know you already mentioned it, but just how great was it for a lot of these young guys to go out there and show they can compete out there at the big league, at the D1 level?
Yeah, I mean, I think that confidence is a huge thing. That we keep encouraging them, keep building off the little victories, like I said, within the game. But it's nice to get some big victories along the way with those guys too, because again, their work ethic and their mentality and the way they're staying together. We tell them every day, you never know when your name or your number is going to get called, and all you can do is be ready and be prepared for that moment. And those guys were prepared today.
Austin Smith had a great day. What can you say about what he's been as a player this year, and extending his hitting streak now to 22 games?
No, it's just unbelievable. I mean, Ozzie's just a total gamer, and I think that after his showing on Friday on the mound, which I know he was frustrated with, he takes it back on the offensive side. So I was like, okay, and he can have the ability to do that and come back and compete. And he just did a heck of a job all weekend, and not trying to be the hero, even though he is the hero today. I think says a lot and kind of sets the tone for the rest of the guys, and they vibe off his energy. So just couldn't be more proud of Ozzie for how he's just hanging in there and competing his tail off.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
What kind of, you've been part of this program now for a couple of years, so many one-run losses this season. You've been part of a lot of highs with this team. How big of a win is this for you guys as this year's team, especially with a lot of the young guys trying to build into the process and not necessarily getting the results?
This feels amazing. Like, just 14 innings with a team like that, showing how resilient we are, and just been a part of those losses all year. But, coming out here, 14 innings, and just showing what we got, the talent we have, and, not giving up the no quit, no clock, and then coming out at the end right there, it feels great. All I can do is smile right now. That's how good it feels.
Let's go through your first at bat. You're able to start the game off with a 2-run bomb after Lang worked a walk to get on base. What were you looking for there, and how were you able to hit it out of the park?
Yeah, Zay gets on there, and then I think I go 2-0 count, those 2 heaters up and away. So I mean, I was just sitting heater. He gave it to me, and I just put a swing on it and it went out. So that one felt good.
And then a little bit later on, you were able to get it obviously in the 14th. Game's dragging on. Were you trying to hit one out? Probably not.
No, yeah. So 2 strikes there. I was just in my 2-strike approach, just trying to be short and simple. And he just hung a slider, so I just threw my hands at it and let everything else do the work. And it stuck out.
You got to go play a little bit of third base there for infield brought in. You come in from center, go 2 outfielders, 5-man infield. Is that something you guys had practiced before? Were you expecting that? Take us through how that kind of played out for you guys, especially being all the way out there in center field.
Yeah, so the first thought was like, oh, I'm coming in to pitch right now. Because I saw like my pitching glove and I was like, oh, so I'm coming in to pitch right now. I was like, all right, like, and then Mitch is like pointing to like go to third and I was like, all right, like what's going on? I'm looking at Beltre, like, hey, where do I play? Like, where should I stand? But yeah, we've never practiced that. First time ever being at third base in my career, so it's fun. Then out in front, Rex catches the ball, throws him out at home plate, Lob puts a tag on him. So it took everyone today, and it really showed.
As a lefty, did you ever play infield as a kid growing up at all?
I played shortstop in Little League. I caught 2, shortstop and catcher, and then I made my way back to the outfield.
Well, playing a little bit of third base there, you could tell 2-5 you got it in you. So we'll see how that goes. Austin, thank you very much.
Thank you.